Hey, do y'all remember when Daniel Cormier and Stipe Miocic had their third and final fight inside the Lonely Apex during the height of the Pandusky? Because I do. First fight happened UFC 226. I was there live. DC won via knockout. 15 pay-per-views later, Stipe exacted his revenge, to quote John Anik. And then the third fight, Stipe, Ohio's favorite firefighter, the guy that should star in Chicago Fire, but instead of Chicago Fire is Ohio Fire. And then Daniel Cormier, the D stands for duh, and then the C stands for conundrum, because that's all he faced when he fought Stipe. The fight was pretty back and forth, and this eye poke really ruined it for Cormier. The first round went to Cormier, second round went to Stipe, third round went to Stipe, fourth went to Cormier, and then Stipe turned it on in the fifth, really controlling him in the clinch, landing the better shots, and ultimately retained his title, where I'm pretty sure if there was fans in the building, they would have won. But back to the eye poke, Mark Goddard said it was a punch, but instead Daniel Cormier was out here looking like Forrest Whitaker, still not knowing where to look, and you could say that played a factor into the fight, but Cormier stuck with one takedown that entire fight, and like Khabib told him, he would not stick to the wrestling. But let me know if the eye poke did anything. Then he probably had one of the saddest post-fight speeches of all time.
Yeah, I mean,
look at my eye.
it's pretty significant.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
I couldn't see the rest of the fight.
How is it you don't see right now?
I can't see anything out of my left eye.
Black. It's just
It's black. So
wow.
I mean, it is what it is, you know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, I told Mark that he poked me, but he said he thought it was a punch. But then after the fight, he said, yeah, he said, I saw it on the replay. So I just can't see out of my left eye. So it doesn't matter though. Whatever. It is what it is.
What are your feelings right now after this incredible war, the rubber match?
It just sucks, you know. Being on the losing end of two big fights and trilogies, it's a very sad position to be in. But I will deal with it as I've dealt with things in the past. So.
Do you think that this is it, or do you have to think about? You have to go home to your family and think about this, or?
You know, Joe, I'm not interested in fighting for anything but titles, and I don't imagine there's gonna be a title in the future. So that'll be it for me. You know, I've had a long run. It's been great. I mean, I just fought my last fight for a heavyweight championship, and it was a pretty good fight.
Oh, and just let me remind you, it was again in the Lonely Apex. The man didn't even set his gloves down in the octagon like Dustin Poirier did, and nobody gave him the proper send-off. During the pandemic, the NBA playoffs were in full swing at that time, but combat sports-wise, this was it. And many people were saying Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa was the fight that everybody was looking forward to watch. It was the most anticipated fight. For me, it was this one. Why? Because this was, to put it in basketball terms, this was like a game 7, where the first few games, one team blew out the other. Then the next few games, the other team blew out the opposing team. And then this game 7 was going to be down to the wire. It was going to come down to the final shot. And that's what happened in this fight. Like I said, Cormier landed a takedown in that first round and landed some bigger shots on Stipe. The second round happened. Stipe came into his own, dropped Cormier. Third round, Stipe was starting to expose his game plan for this fight. You could tell he made an adjustment mid-fight by basically doing clinch work against DC, and that's what he did in round 4 and 5, but round 4 was a lot more in DC's favor, 2-2 going into the 5th, and Stipe was able to get the job done. It was a great fight. Like I said, had there been fans in attendance, I'm pretty sure it would have been like a Daniel Cormier or Dustin Poirier type send-off, where maybe this fight wouldn't have been at the Lonely Apex if it wasn't the pandemic. Maybe they would have gone to New Orleans, because Cormier being from Lafayette as well, or some region of Louisiana, but you get the idea. And it's just sad. It's just sad because a legend shouldn't have to retire that way, but hey, that's the world we were in back then. Let me know what fight was your favorite to watch during the pandemic, and it's crazy to think that it's already been 5 freaking years since this fight happened and since Daniel Cormier has been retired, when it sounds like him and John Jones are going to be fighting every 2 to 3 weeks.